SVG.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with a kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited.
It's the Quartz Optical Annual Frame Event. Get up to 85% off on selected frames. Book your appointment at www.quartzoptical.com. Get that frame today with no cash from 3 to 24-month credit plans. You don't want to miss it. The Annual Frame Event, up to 85% off, only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with a kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are being encouraged to take part in their school's bands, as there are many benefits to be derived from doing so. This is according to Cultural Officer Maxine Brown during the 2023 National Secondary Schools Bands Showcase launch. Ms. Brown highlighted the improvement of skills such as multitasking that will benefit students in the later stages of their educational journey and adulthood. We hear more from Culture Officer Maxine Brown.
Music enhances your multitasking skills. Skills that will come in handy when you go to university. It will take you to adulthood. If you can't multitask, you can't make it. You need to be able to multitask, and music provides that. From a cultural standpoint, I will continue to recommend the SVG TCCU National School Bands Showcase to anyone interested in creating expression, creative interaction, and creative inspiration. Amidst our preferences in varied genres, we love it all. Music is everything. I therefore recommend that you get involved in your school band. Besides creating beautiful music and the host of benefits I've already mentioned, the lessons you gain, the life skills you learn are incredible. The skills learned are unmatched.
That was Culture Officer Maxine Brown speaking at the 2023 National Secondary Schools Bands Showcase launch. The 2023 National Secondary Schools Bands Showcase is set to take place on March 25th and will feature a variety of genres performed by school bands across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Lions Club St. Vincent South has inducted 8 new members into its club. The 8 were inducted after successfully completing the orientation process conducted by PCC Lion Eldred Stevens of St. Lucia, PCC Lion Nadine Bushell of Trinidad and Tobago, and Lion Leroy Hines of Barbados. The new Lions, Deanna Ralph, Calvin Harry, Martin Sheen, and Freddie Harper, was sponsored by Lion Deon John. Sigmund Wiggins and Ellsworth Providence, sponsored by Lion Junior Bacchus, and Dr. Matica Glasgow and Noel Samuel, sponsored by Lion Noel Dixon. Lion Dr. Roger Duncan was also presented with a Melvin Jones Fellowship Award for his dedication and outstanding national service during the COVID-19 and volcanic eruptions. The Melvin Jones Fellowship Award is the highest recognition for humanitarian service. Several past presidents of the club, which was chartered in 1978, were also present for the unveiling of the President's Wall of Fame project, spearheaded by the current president, Lion Deon John. The president thanked all the past presidents for attending and thanked them for their service to the Lions Club, St. Vincent South. Still on the local scene, fishers from across the country were engaged in a World Bank project which involves the development and deployment of fish aggregating devices, FADs, in the waters of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On Friday, March 3rd, fishers gathered at the Fisheries Conference Room to exchange ideas and present variant coordinates as they deploy 6 surface FADs and 6 submerged FADs along with 3 spare FADs. According to Chief Fisheries Officer Jennifer Cruikshank Howard, FADs are very beneficial to fishers as they can go directly to the FADs and get fish, saving both time and money on fuel.
Because the FADs will be at a location where they can go directly, they will have some guarantee that there will be fish that day. And having that guarantee is an encouragement. Also, we are having our fleet expansion program, and fishers will be investing in boats and engines, and there need to be some form of comfort that they can go to sea every day and have some area to go where there are show, or have some confidence that there will be fish at that time.
That was Chief Fisheries Officer Jennifer Cruikshank-Howard. Fish aggregating devices, or FADs, are man-made structures offshore which attract a gathering of fish, creating an ecosystem which allows fish to thrive. They may be deployed deep on the ocean floor or closer to the surface. On to news in the region. Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett on Wednesday said the Caribbean must not lose sight of the many issues that stand in the way of achieving women's equality, such as women's political participation, unpaid care and domestic work, impact of climate change, and gender-based violence, which is a public health crisis in the region. In a message celebrating International Women's Day, Barnett, the first woman to head the Guyana-based CARICOM Secretariat, said the global average shows 1 in 3 women has experienced physical and/or sexual violence at some point in their lifetime, usually from an intimate partner. In the Caribbean region, prevalence surveys conducted between 2016 to 2018 in 5 member states indicate incidence rates as high as 1 in 2 women, she said. She said the day is set as also aside to acknowledge women's contributions to technology and explore the impact of the digital gender divide on widening economic and social inequalities exacerbated during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Suriname's President Chandrika Prasad Chan Santokhi is calling on all nationals to put aside their differences, which he says worries him seriously, and come together to deal with the socio-economic problems confronting Suriname. Santokhi, acknowledging that the Dutch-speaking CARICOM country is going through difficult times, urged citizens to have patience and confidence in his administration. As the father of the country, I call on society to abandon any differences that may exist between individuals and groups, especially at this time where I see a strong degree of polarization in my country. It seriously worries me, Santokhi said in a message to mark the Holi festival of Fakwa, a Hindu celebration. He said, although the festival is rooted in Hindu tradition, it is one that is celebrated all over the world and in Suriname. We all celebrate this festival together, and it can no longer be ignored by all population groups, he said. On the international scene, a province in Pakistan has banned a public gathering of more than 4 people in Lahore for 7 days, hours before former Prime Minister Imran Khan was scheduled to address an election rally in the eastern city. The government in Punjab, Pakistan's most populous province, on Wednesday said the ban was imposed on holding all kinds of assemblies, gatherings, sit-ins, rallies, processions, demonstrations, protests, and such like other activities across the district Lahore to avert any untoward incident, according to local media reports. The restrictions came hours before Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf PTI party was scheduled to hold a rally in the city to kick off its campaign for the Punjab Provincial Assembly election. Lahore is the provincial capital of Punjab, where polls, due on April 30th, were announced after the dissolution of the Provincial Assembly. Khan's PTI had called for the dissolution in a bid to force early national elections in Pakistan. The governor of his, the government of his successor, Shehbaz Sharif, has dismissed Khan's demands, saying the vote will take place as scheduled later in the year. The ban on protests and rallies in Lahore also came ahead of a women's march to mark International Women's Day. And finally, in sports, Emma Raducanu has sparked new injury fears after withdrawing from a charity exhibition event prior to her opening match at Indian Wells. The 20-year-old was due to play a mixed doubles match with Cameron Norrie in the Eisenhower Cup, but organizers announced the British number 1 had pulled out. Raducanu is scheduled to face Danka Kovanic in the opening round of the Indian Wells on Thursday. in what will be her first match since January's Australian Open. Her 2022 season ended early after suffering a wrist injury in October, and she overcame an ankle injury in the build-up to Melbourne. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Easter is coming, and that means it's time to do some spring cleaning. It's time to upgrade and refresh your home today and save up to 30% off store-wide. Change off that old lounge chair, dining room table, or any furniture item now and save big. Plus, shop our large selection of appliances, televisions, and electronics for the biggest deals. No cash, no problem. Shop with Courts Ready Finance and pay $0 for 30 days. And before you check out, don't forget to add extended warranty with our Quartz Super Shield product, which will protect your purchase for up to 4 years. This offer is available online at shopquartz.com for a limited time only. Act now before the deals are gone.